Hello everyone, I'm João from That's Brilliant, and in this video I'd like to make a different video. I'd like to show you a cool project of electronics robotics. It's a project in which I communicate Arduino and Mindstorms NXT in a mechanical way. So it's a remote controlled car using, as I said, Arduino and Mindstorms NXT. I'm not going to explain every single detail of how the project works, but I'm going to give you a general idea of how everything happens. I hope it interests you and maybe can give you some idea and teach you something. Any questions you have, please write it down in the comments below. So let's get into it. So, how does the remote controlled car work? First of all, how does the person who is controlling the car says to the car when to move? How does that person send information to the car? Well, I made it in two different ways. I'm going to show the video in a few moments, but there are two different ways I made it. One of them is using a joystick, you know, from the controllers from Xbox or PlayStation consoles. They are very known if you play video game. This is more similar to the PlayStation ones, but it's just a button, you can move it. So you can say forward or right or left. The other way is using an infrared remote control. This is a Samsung TV one, but if you program correctly, and your infrared remote control should work. And in the same way that you say to your TV, turn on or turn off using remote control, it's the same way you are going to control the car. And is using the communication between the infrared waves. And how does the car interpret its commands? Well, the Arduino does this part. So if you just push the button of joystick or you just push a button of the remote control, the Arduino is going to interpret your command. The Arduino interprets the command and then the Arduino says to the Mindstorms NXT when to move and how to move. For instance, move forward, move left, whatever. So let's say again, you can use a joystick or a remote control. The Arduino is going to interpret your command and then the Arduino is going to say to the Mindstorms NXT when to move and how to move. And other thing we have to understand, how the communication between Arduino and Mindstorms NXT happen. Well, we have a touch sensor of the Mindstorms NXT. You can see here I have a piece connected to it. It's just a piece for improved contact. But you can see here a touch sensor from Mindstorms NXT. And here you have a micro servo motor from Arduino. This is a Tower Pro micro servo 9G. And it's just a simple motor we can control using Arduino. So we have this white little shovel here. So you have the touch sensor and you have the motor. When the Arduino wants to pass information, it just touches the touch sensor. Of course, it's just white piece that moves, but it's simply this that happens. The Arduino using a motor touches the touch sensor. There are two touch sensors and two microservers. So this is how the communication basically happens. So let's see how the robot working. So let's take a brief look at the robot. Here we have the remote control using the joystick. And you can see it isn't 100% remote. You can call this a half remote control. Because using these wires to connect the joystick to the Arduino, it isn't 100% remote because of the wires. So we have to run after the robot because of them. So the best solution is using the infrared remote control. And this is 100% remote. And taking a quick look at the robot. Here we have the NXT 2.0. You see that over it we have the red board with the wires connected. You can see here a laser, a buzzer, an LED. Here is the infrared receiver. And you can see here the two NXT motors connected to the wheels right here. This is a kind of a matching that connected the wheels, you can see. And here we have this servo motor here of the Arduino who is going to touch the touch sensor. The same thing on the other side. Another servo motor connected to another touch sensor. So this is how the Arduino communicates with the Mindstorms NXT. Taking a brief look under the robot, you can see it's very simple. And in the back of the robot, you can see some bricks holding the Arduino over them. So the wires on the Arduino connected to the breadboard over the NXT. Here the servo motors touching the touch sensors of the NXT, and this is how the communication happened. So let's see the robot working. So let's see the robot working using the half remote control. We can see here there is a 9-volt battery as a power supply to the Arduino. The NXT is already turned on. So let's see. If you press this little button here, this is going to light this LED on the robot. The buzzer is going to be turned on, so there is going to be some noise. And this laser here is going to turn on also. So let's see. You press this button, turns on, turns on, turns on, and here you can see the laser working. You can see the laser is going to point there. You see? So if you put the joystick up, the robot is going to move forward. If you put the joystick to the right, the robot turns right. If you put the joystick left, the robot turns left. So this is how it works using the half remote control. Let's see it working with the infrared remote control. Now let's see the robot working with the infrared remote control. If I press the center button, this LED lights up, this buzzer makes some noise, and this laser here turns on. So let's see. I press the center button, there you see the laser, the LED, and you can hear the buzzer. If I press again, everything turns off. Now, if I press the up button, the robot goes forward. If I press the down button, the robot stops. So let's see, up and stop. If I press the right button, the robot goes right, turns right. If I press the left button, the robot turns left. So let's see, right. And again, the down button stops, and the left button, and the back stops. So this is basically the remote controlled car working. So this is it. So as you saw, that's the remote controlled car. I hope you enjoyed, and I hope that this video helped you in some way. Please, if you have any questions, maybe about the robot, or maybe you are having some trouble to build your own robot, please let me know in the comments below. Thanks very much for watching, and I see you in the next videos.